You may not know of me, but I am Divithir, and I am a friend. Long have I watched your search for your missing kin across Nern, and my heart goes out to you, for we both know it is in vain. What Kagrenac did, what it did to your people, only the gods can say. But in dark visions I see something terrible brewing. Red Mountain erupting, a plague covering the whole of Ardenfell. Something sleeps under Red Mountain. Something you and I will play a part in ere long. I have scoured ancient Dwemer texts and found rumor of a 3-keyed lock. Within holds the secret to everything. Seek out the keys, find the lock, and bring whatever terror sleeps beneath the stones to rest. I will aid you however I can, but I fear it must be you, Yagrum. It must be a Dwemer.
What's up, everybody? It's Sol, and today we are back here once again in Elder Kings 2, and as you can see, this time we're playing as somebody pretty different. I used the debug mode to give myself access to the one, the only, the last living dwarf, Yagrum Bogarn himself. Many of you may know him from the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, where he's the last living dwarf, and he can help you on the main quest should you kill Vivek on your way to trying to destroy Degathur. I thought it'd be really interesting if I tried to make a sort of narrative for him, so as you can see, we've got a little bit of background. I'm not going to spoil too much of that. It'll unfold before you as we go along. But let's just jump in here and we'll do our basics to start off with. We're actually going to give him a learning focus only because that makes the most sense, I think. He has some magic. We can maybe get more magical skills, but he's a Dwemer, you know, he's more mechanically focused. So let's just go over his character really fast. So he's chaste, he's diligent, he's calm, he has erudite oracle, he's a celibate, he's a veteran adventurer, which makes sense. He's shrewd, he is the last of his kind. There is no hope for him ever to see his peers again. Very sad. He is immortal, and he was born under the sign of the serpent. So we don't have to worry about dying from natural causes. He's going to live forever. And I did make him friends with Divithir, although technically speaking, he did not join with Divith until he got Corpus, but I just thought maybe this is like a fun precursor to that anyway. We have a few available camp purposes. I'm going to choose either scholars or explorers. I feel like we want to be scholars because we're looking for these keys, right? So we're going to do scholarship. I feel like that makes the most sense. And then as far as military goes, we can make 1 man at arms like at all, and I think it makes the most sense because our man here is a dwarf. He can build Dwemer, creations. So I'm sort of debating on which one to give him because he's only going to be able to get one. I feel like if he wants machinery, you get 100 Dwemer Centurions. I feel like this would make the most sense to walk around with, although technically I feel like Dwemer Spheres would be more practical. So and you can sort of like roll them around in balls, so he could just have them in like the back of carts realistically with his party. That would make some sense, right? So let's actually just do some Dwemer Spheres, and we can use them to sort of unlock our way. So there's our Dwemer Sphere little guys. We'll just say that he's like building them up as we go. We don't have a ton of money. That is going to be something we're going to have to grab along the way. We do have our Dwemer Spheres though, so that's good. So we're going to be going along on a bit of a journey here. I think to start off with, and we're not going to go to every holy site, but I think we're going to go to Bethungzum or Bethungzums. I don't know, some word. We're going to go here. And then I'm going to try and find a few different places. Once we get there, maybe there will be some texts that will assist us in finding where we're supposed to be going. So we're going to be traveling to this guy, and I want to go here, right? Unfortunately, this is going to cost me 1,600 food, so what I'm going to need to do first is probably find a contract of some kind. Let's head out. We'll travel without the camp because I know where I want to go, and it's up here. So it's way down here. This guy wants to go. We'll hire some captains, I guess, just to help us out in case we get into a battle. My follower is so... Oh, we do actually have for some reason we have a Dwemer follower. Let's do the pilgrim one because we're going to do a pilgrimage here in a little bit. So I do have a Dwemer who's bad at everything. I'm going to make you my caravan master. I'm going to have you improve your skills. That's pretty cool. It is odd that there would be another Dwemer because I'm, the last one. I was never a popular person. People would laugh at me, point at me, or avert their gaze. After I became captain, people started doing all that behind my back. I grow weary of this. I prayed to the tones again and again to relieve me of this curse, to take my life from me, but to no avail. I keep doing it anyway. Then one day a sympathetic voice answered me. I mean, he would do that.
Mortal, I have heard your prayers. While your the tones is not, I offer you a way out. If you let go of your old ways and embrace the master of insidious wishes.
I would gain the Mask of Clavicus Vile, but I would lose 1 devotion. And I would become the champion of Clavicus Vile. This is shunned by my faith, but I would convert, I think. This is a test of the tones, or I'd get a streak of bad luck. Let's just say sure, that sounds funny. We got to the treasure.
Gold, you say? How's that for one final treasure? I am grateful for this golden windfall, dutifully delivered. Go with my thanks.
62 gold and 1,000 supplies. I will devote myself. Let's get some intellectuals, I think. Let's see how, let's actually see if they're any good first. Yeah, we're gonna get some intellectuals. Those are good. Devote yourself to your prince while you are your prince's champion. You do not openly follow a faith worthy of it. This changes now. With my decision to convert to the cult of Clavicus Vile, I arrange for an initiate to come to my camp and conduct the rite. With the faith of my immortal soul in question, I can only pray that I have made the right decision. Metaphysica aside, the idea of cult of Clavicus Vile spreading one step at a time from my humble camp makes my heart sing. Okay, so we now belong to the cult of Clavicus Vile, and we do have the Mask of Clavicus Vile, is a helm which makes the wearer more popular wherever they go by making them seem charming and trustworthy. Much like other Daedra and their artifacts, Clavicus seems to retain ultimate control of the mask and may recall it without warning. So we are now wearing the Mask of Clavicus Vile, which does give us more prestige and makes us more popular because we have no prestige whatsoever right now. You know what? We could use another blade, so I will take you. I do have a good camp physician now. A second. Actually, she's a good second as well. Miri the Timid doesn't sound like a great name for... Let's start swaying them. It doesn't sound like a great name for a bodyguard, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Let's read what the Cult of Clavicus Vile is since we're moving. The Cult of Clavicus Vile worships the master of insidious wishes, always seeking his favors in exchange for immortal wealth or more personal currencies, rather. The teaching of Clavicus Vile made them great negotiators and tricksters, and some are even known to deal with other Daedric princes, a fact that Clavicus seems to enjoy rather than take offense to. Okay, so we're back. That was literally blurst, my guy. All right, so we're gonna travel up to the Urshalaku realm. I think we should change our caravan master because she low-key sucks. Like, low-key is bad at everything. Wilderness, arid. We'll do arid explorers pack. We'll customize the route because we can also go to Tel Naga, and that could be interesting too. So let's go to Tel Naga, and then we'll go to Telfir, or Tel Aruhn? Tel Aruhn, sorry. Telfir is here, I'm stupid. We're already at Telfir. We could also, if we wanted to, go from Sage with Mora to instead go to where the Battle of Red Mountain took place, but that would cost us too much supply, so we're not going to do that. And since we're going to read it anyway, Tel Naga is where the Telvanni house tomb is, the ancient tomb of one of the great Morrowind houses. Amidst my travels, Red Mountain grumbles, its fiery presence casting an ominous shadow, its slopes stained with warriors' red, evoking a relentless beast poised to strike. Restless nights are haunted by dreams of billowing ash and spouting flames, whispers of the legends, the myths intertwined with the ash and wind. Within me, the power of Clavicus Vile resonates. Tales of brave treasure echo their fate sealed in the mountain's depths. Red Mountain, unyielding, awaits a force of good or evil to claim its power. Red Mountain's might is Amsvradith's might. So we visited the house tomb, and then we're gonna hit Tel Aruhn. We found a hidden stash. While stealing a moment of solitude with my group, I discover a locked chest hidden behind large rocks. It might be bandit cash or an adventurous stash left in the wilderness. Drawn to a challenge, I consider unlocking it. With no owner in sight, I could claim whatever's inside if the effort is worth it. What's our best chance to get the most loot? I mean, I'll just cast open lock and see what happens. I picked it. Cast open lock, pick the lock. How crazy is that? We visited Tel Aruhn. This is a big one. Here we go. Believed to be the oldest mage tower in Morrowind, Tel Aruhn has stood as a bastion of arcane knowledge since its founding by the first Aldmeri explorers in the mid-Merethic era. Over the ages, it has changed hands, been expanded, and undergone countless transformations, yet it has always remained a place of study and experimentation. Therefore, it has been home to many legendary mages, including Divith, one of Tamriel's greatest sorcerers who spent his youth within its ancient halls. While the Telvanni are notoriously secretive with their knowledge, Tel Aruhn stands as a rare exception. Its legacy, a center of magical exchange, enduring even amidst their shrouded traditions. The Shards of Aetherius. While exploring the nearby hills, I stumble upon an extraordinary sight, a sky shard. These celestial shards contain the essence of Nirn itself. Sky shards fall from Aetherius to Nirn during specific lunar alignments, forming a brilliant silvery prism, granting remarkable abilities. Today, I witnessed the radiance of one such sky shard, a source of untapped potential. I'm going to increase my learning by 1. Alright, so my learning is now 25. I honestly think Yalgrim should have like an insane learning, like something like 30. Crimes of Passion. Dude. Alright. I'm dismissing you. Get out of here. I'm not having you kill each other. There is no way. I hate when they do that. Also, in retrospect, it probably would have been cooler to stay as the Dwemer Faith. I think he would just convert back later on because he doesn't care. But, you know, it's funny that we now have the Mask of Clavicus Vile and we literally didn't do anything. And I would imagine he probably did pray for death quite a lot because, you know, he's been looking for his people and they're all gone. So, Probably not too outside of character, right? Let's see. We can collect taxes. Let's see what sort of quests we can get here. We could certainly try it. We can also just do this escort emissary, which is worth 80 gold. Which, honestly, not too bad. Let's just do that real quick. We'll help some travelers, get some money, do a pilgrimage, and then we will find the location of these keys. He scoured the text and knows that the keys exist, but we have to find where the keys are with the help of this. Well, let's do Barber's Tent just to get a little bit of income. I don't think this pilgrimage is going to cost too much. We already have it minus 50%, so we're just heading back now. Let's do a pilgrimage. We'll do a worldly pilgrimage, which is different. I just realized that because I converted to Clavicus Vial, I no longer have access to the Dwemer. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I totally forgot that that was going to be a thing. That's okay. We will pivot. I will still make this work. We're just going to say that he has approached the Dwemer ruin and he has discovered something.
These texts align with what Divith said. Indeed, there are 3 keys I must seek across Tamriel, though this only shows the location of one, in Solstheim. I will travel there immediately, but first I must acquire funds and provisions, and from there, hopefully, I will find the rest.
So we have found the location of the first Dwemer key, and it is in Solstheim, which will actually be at the Fobthar's Throne Hall. So hopefully when we get there, or Forge Hall, I'm sorry. When we get there, hopefully we'll be able to figure out where the other keys are. We're going to do this little quest. We'll use this money to buy some supplies, and our Barber's Tent is almost complete. I think, honestly, once you get the second one, you can do another Men-at-Arms regiment, or you can make a second size. Although, actually, we can make a second size anyway, so we're going to get more Dwemer Spheres, too. I can make a request of this person. I could ask them for some provisions, which actually, I'm not above doing that, so I'm going to ask you. I will buy some supplies to max out our funds. We're just going to travel north to... I got to find it again. To here, to the Fobthar's Forge Hall. Despite much discussion among the scholars, the ruins of the Dwemer city of Fobthar's leave no doubt that the dwarven ambition expanded to every place it could reach, no matter how remote. Moreover, Fobthar's, I'm just saying words, boasts one of the most intricate subterranean forges ever unearthed within a Dwemer ruin. The colossal boilers, furnaces, and anvils are still operating, showcasing the remarkable ingenuity of the Dwemer. These tools can still be employed to forge high-quality materials and may even offer valuable insights into crafting techniques that may have otherwise faded from memory. Let us go there and visit the Reeklings that also live on this island and see what we can see. I mean, honestly, it's worth the 10 gold just to not potentially drown along the way, so we'll do it. Off we go. We are heading over there now to hopefully find the first key, and then we'll have to figure out where the other two... Oh, this looks actually really sick. A derelict ship. Well, of course. We found 15 gold. It paid for itself. The trip pays for itself. You can't write this stuff, okay? It happens. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. Maybe a hot take. I think the Solstheim DLC for Morrowind is better than the Tribunal one. I'm just gonna say it. The Tomb of the Snow Prince. Oh, very cool. Didn't realize that was in here. The Snow Prince was one of the great Falmer heroes who fought valiantly against the Nords to prevent the downfall of his race. It is said that he wielded ice magic, with the same efficiency as his spear, and had it not been for the 12-year-old girl, Finna, who managed to throw her mother's sword at him, he might have led the Snow Elves to a victory. But his death led to the Falmer defeat in the Battle of Mo's Ring. Out of respect for such a fierce enemy, the victorious Nords erected a great tomb for him, filled it with treasures, and even provided guard to protect it. The tomb stands to this day, reminding every visitor of the value of valor in battle and the honor one can hold even towards their foes. That's actually really beautiful. I love that. He's a non-believer. You don't believe in Clavicus Vial? He's real. He's not. It's not like somebody that you would have to believe in, right? I mean, that is crazy. Okay, so there is a escort contract, which we can use to get some more supplies, but we are here, we are at the forge. Let us enter its murky depths.
The notes were true. I found the first of the keys, though after much sacrifice. Many of my spheres have been destroyed in the undertaking, but the machines that operate this impressive place still hummed with life, still fought valiantly. With the first key in my possession, I must now look west, for I found no notes, but there are places I think I can go. I only pray I am not looking for nothing. I only pray that I find the answer soon.
And so we have entered the forge, but unfortunately we didn't find anything. So we did not find any notes, anything like that. We only found the first of the keys, this blue key right here, which is appropriate because we're on Solstheim. We're going to travel safely and swiftly because this is very short, and I feel like this is just a no-brainer contract to do really fast. We are travelers, so it makes sense that we would travel. I like drifting aesthetics. I feel like this feels right for them. I'm going to do it. It feels like it's kind of a high cost, but I mean, we have the last Dwemer in your party. I feel like he would I feel like he would qualify as that, right? Let's refill our men-at-arms. It's only going to cost 800 provisions, but we do need more provisions, I fear. So I might need to save those for now. We lost a bunch of them. We're just going to say that's why they're not full. I lost them in there, okay? That's what happened. Don't question me. So I've decided that I'm going to head all the way over to Markarth in the Reach because I know that there's people there who research Dwemer things, and maybe they'll be able to assist me. So to do that first, we're going to travel all the way over here to the Dawn Isles, which will only cost me about 800, which is not very expensive. And hopefully once we get there, we'll be able to get some contracts that'll help us find some extra money and provisions. But we're going to head out from Solstheim. Hopefully in Markarth we can find the location of the last two. I feel like they would have that. You are a goblin shamanist. That's actually really funny. I think you'd be the perfect stooge. And you're the perfect head porter, actually. Our camp has arrived here in the Dawn Isles. No quests, though, apparently. Nothing to speak of. Scholarly work wouldn't be bad. We actually can make a decent bit of money. Transcribe texts. I failed. I don't even know how you would fail. Drifting Ascetics is complete. Very nice. I think we'll hold on to this for now. I do want to refill my men-at-arms with some gold. 50 gold is fine. We'll just buy our supplies. We can afford it, so we won't steal them this time. We're going to travel to Markarth. Hopefully there will be some texts here in Markarth that will tell me where these things are. We're heading downriver, under Solitude, and we're going to head towards the city of Markarth, my favorite Skyrim city, actually. And hopefully in Understone Keep, one of the scholars will have found some sort of text from Kagrenac. Oh, Maik the Liar! What the hell? I hear the footsteps of someone approaching me from behind and turn around to see an unfamiliar Khajiit.
Maik traveled a long way before getting here, as he heard many were calling for his wisdom.
Before I can even answer, he starts talking again.
Maik has heard warnings about Daedric whispers, but when he met Malacath, he wasn't whispering at all.
As I turn my head to call a guard, the strange wanderer mutters,
Maik is done talking,
and disappears from my sight. That's amazing. I love that I always find him in Skyrim. Karth's story past dates back to the first era when the dwarves established Nachund Zel within the heart of Karthmod Mountain. After their enigmatic departure around the year 1E 700, the Reachfolk took over, creating Markarth as a stronghold ruled by an Ard or king. In 1E 1033, Empress Hestra and her legion seized Markarth, incorporating it into the Elysian Empire. Despite persistent Reachfolk resistance, the city underwent a transformation into a bustling metropolis that it is today, retaining the remarkable dwarven architecture in its walls and structures. I will learn more about it, because that makes sense. Oh, look, these escort emissary contracts just keep coming up. They know I'm a master traveler. We have visited the Kingdom of the Reach, and more importantly, we visited Understone Keep, which is Markarth is built around the ancient dwarven city of Nachund Zel. Its highest ramparts and walls form the Understone Keep, a defensible bastion built into the earth itself. Enough of the subterranean city survives that the peoples of Markarth can retreat here when threatened, and store victuals and valuables enough to survive almost indefinitely. An army would struggle to breach the Understone. Many generals would not even try. And now that we are here in Markarth, let us see if we cannot find a text that hints at where we can find the next key.
Ah, Dwemer stone repurposed. A truly wondrous sight. I have found the location of the next key. Fang Lair, the locals call it. A fortress of ancient might. We will go there, and I will find what I seek. And I pray, the location of the last key.
So you heard it, we have to go to Fang Lair, which is actually right here. The cursed place was once known as, I can't read that, a thriving city of the Dwemer. It owed its prosperity to the presence of Ethereum and its strategic location between High Rock and Hammerfell. However, its tale took a gruesome turn with the arrival of the dragon Thurvakun. This fearsome creature laid claim to the city, leading to its destruction and driving the surviving Dwemer inhabitants away. As a result, the city earned a new name, Fang Lair. Yet in the dark depths, not even a dragon found respite. Thurvakun met his end at the hands of a group of adventurers, though he dragged them into death's embrace with him. Since that time, Fang's Lair has been avoided by most folk, as it gained a reputation for harboring undead and dark magic. Despite this, the allure of Ethereum still compels some miners to venture into the upper levels of the caverns. And it will compel us too, after we do a couple explorer contracts. This will help us just get out of Markarth. In my visit to the Reach, I encountered its diverse inhabitants and complex dynamics. The indigenous Reachmen, with their misunderstood shamanic practices and unique heritage, stood out, while rogue factions perpetuating violence once hostile orc tribes have mostly embraced peaceful coexistence. The proud and grudge-prone Nords also call the Reach home, coexisting with groups of Redguards and Bretons who generally live harmoniously with the Nords. Despite persistent tensions, the Reach offers a captivating blend of cultures. Interesting. I will study this, as I would. I'm a scholar. We are going to be traveling to... All my camp will travel to Cambrian. That makes sense, because then we can just go straight down. We are heading here to Cambrian with another person, and we are going to be delivering them, and then we will be able to head down, hopefully with enough money, head down and make... Oh, I can make a request. How about for some provisions, my man? And we've gotten some provisions, and we can actually gather some provisions again. 300 food. That should be enough actually to head south. Straight to it, I believe. Which is it here? We will make a stop along the way too, because there's like a holy site. So we'll go to Ira. We'll go to Ire, I should say. I just think it's funny to call it Ira. Like many other places that hold significance for the orcs, the Temple of Ire has also fallen into ruins. Oh, destroyed by their numerous foes and desecrated for its intended purposes. Observing its present state evokes immense shame within every true orc, while also kindling a fervent rage in their hearts. Therefore, its current state serves as a stark reminder to never cease their struggle until the orcs have finally secured a deserving place among the races of Tamriel. After all, a temple can be reconstructed as long as there are faithful who hold its ideals within their minds and sword arms. That makes me sad, but also hype because I love the orcs. And I love that they're resilient and that they never give up.
This Fang Lair is truly magnificent. Our King Thumb's Fung, as we knew it. Its walls and its halls go deep, ever downward past the Ethereum that glitters in the dark. I have found the second key, green and glistening, and with it some notes. Kagrenac had entrusted the final key, dark and black as obsidian, to a friend in a tower of ancient power. I can only hope that this is the Durrani Tower to the west. I can only hope that they still hold the key. It pains me to leave this place, for I fear I could spend a lifetime searching its ancient halls for secrets, hints, and yet I have no time.
And we've emerged with our second key, the green key that we found in the depths of Fang Lair, which was not haunted, it was just misunderstood, okay? And we're going to be heading over to the Balfiri, the Durrani Tower. But before we do that, we're going to head over to Wayrest, have a little stop, resupply, get some provisions, because we do have to make the journey back. And we're going to need some funds for that. Atribus has triumphed. Cyrodiil is in shock. The warlord Atribus is zealous, bent on destroying the Akaviri potentate, seize the Imperial City, and with it the crown of Cyrodiil. While it is said that the Elder Council should soon get in power and become the ruling body of the Imperial Isles, along with it, most of the province, the young warlord will still stay in control for a few years to deal with the aftermath of the war. The warlord's hatred for the Akaviri is known by everyone, and some whisper that Atribus might use this time to further his own ambitions. I have a new camp physician. Apparently he's excellent, so my one person doesn't have to do it anymore. Now you don't have to be that anymore. So now you're just my second and my caravan master, which is good. You don't have to be everything. It's too many things, right? Escort emissary, perfect. Some extra scratch along the way. We are nearly out of money, but we have visited the Kingdom of Wayrest and Castle Wayrest. Whoa, it's got a big description. What the hell? Built by merchant princes, Wayrest Castle resembles a large mansion rather than a castle. The color and shape of the building, the front wings look like two giant paws, are reminiscent of a lion. Folklore has it that this is the reason behind the name of the Royal Guard. Unlike most castles, the one in Wayrest is located almost in the city center. Its forecourt resembling a large market square. In addition, it is surrounded by a large hedge maze-like garden, to which the urban elite are often invited for courts or plays, concerts or plays. That sounds a lot like Highgarden, if it was shaped like a lion. So if Highgarden and the Lannisters had like a little fusion. We have no supplies to speak of, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna probably want to be fully stocked back up because we're gonna have to enter Red Mountain. Got a new hook. Beautiful. Make a request. I'll just get some food from you. Radiant. Nice. I'm radiant. I'm radiating with joy and beauty. One of my followers just got a pet mud crab, and I really wanted to point that out because I think that's really funny. Town Crier might have something. Some traveling contracts would be good. We are good at those. We are known to do those. Eager Explorer. 76 isn't bad. He's not going that far, so we can actually just make it over there. Oh. The Battle of Bankarai Garrison marked the end of the Grey Host. A dangerous army of vampires, lycanthropes, and the undead. The Grey Host, led by King Steerich, had previously conquered much of Hammerfell, including the city of Verkarth. Their relentless advance was halted by Empress Hystra of the Elysian Empire, led her legions into West Hammerfell to confront them. After a bloody retreat, the Grey Host reached the Bankori garrison, where they launched a brutal assault, overwhelming the gates and slaughtering soldiers. Amidst the chaos, a humble beetle named St. Pellin made a sacrificial stand. He offered his own blood to the vampires, praying to Stendarr for strength. Miraculously, his prayer was answered, and he was filled with a divine ocean of blood, which drew the vampires into a frenzy. This allowed their defenders to push back, with reinforcements arriving to finish the fight. The combined effort of the garrison and Empress Hestra's forces led to the Grey Host's annihilation. Though the story of St. Pellin's divine intervention is debated among scholars, it remains a key part of the legend surrounding the battle. That is actually sick as hell, and I love that somebody wrote that in there. And this is the Bankarai Garrison. Graveyards of armies, Bankarai Garrison broke many invasions during its existence, built upon a strategic pass between the Evermore and Hallam, and mainly defended the Bretons, earning the nickname Shield of High Rock. But there are exceptions. The host of King Jolie was scattered by the Makeli Lecky and her sworn sisters on the same place where they tried to invade Hammerfell through the pass. A lot of contracts here in Wayrest. That's cool. I hate this dude. He's gonna get God in another video. I've already gotten him in one before, but it's gonna happen again. Actually, no, I didn't. He died. That's what happened, right? Yeah, I remember. We are going to move to the Durrani Tower. Hopefully, these Dureni still have this ancient item, and that they will be able to give it to me with some persuasion. Actually, I don't think it's going to take much persuasion. I'm the last Dwemer. I feel like they would just give it to me, right? And we have visited the Adamantine Tower. Built by the gods themselves, this place of power was where the convention took place and time first started to exist. A divine presence can still be felt around the tower, and its impact on the world should not be understated. This is one of the most powerful places in the entirety of Tamrielic lore.
I have arrived at the Adamantine Tower, and it is as glorious as I remember it years ago, unchanged, standing strong, and I have been blessed. For the final key, the obsidian key, is in my hands, and with it a note. Go to Red Mountain, to a stronghold buried deep within its sides, and there find the heart of all things.
So we have the final key, the obsidian key, and now we can return. So we have the red, the green, and the obsidian keys, and these will open a door somewhere in Red Mountain, and we will be able to access something. Something surely terrible slumbers under Red Mountain. I'll move my camp to right here. The Crypt of Hearts, that's fine. We'll go here. Let's see if we can't resupply again when we get over there. We'll head along to the coast. That way we can head out from here, hopefully back to Vardenfell. It has been 4 years since the game starts, so a 4-year journey. Not too bad, all things considered. What is the Crypt of Hearts? Once known as Agay Rel, the ruins left by their former corrupted master were twisted into new and repulsing designs by Duthel, the mad architect, a place of love and hope twisted by jealousy and hatred into a perverse dungeon of eternal torture. Sounds sexy. I mean, I could visit the Ashen Lord and see what he's up to. The Greyholm Citadel. Originally built by Rada al-Sauron, the Greyholm Citadel was meticulously crafted to fulfill the needs of a formidable vampire lord. It features impressive laboratories for experiment and intricate labyrinth of dungeons, and the capability to accommodate a continuously growing army of subservient thralls. Furthermore, the Citadel's resilience doesn't solely rely on the power of its denizens. Its imposing walls and towering spires were ingeniously engineered not only to withstand the ravages of time, but also to repel any assault from hostile forces. Seems as good a place as any. I mean, I'm an immortal, dwarf. I think I'm fine, right? Maybe I know this guy. Maybe we're friends. Maybe we're old pals. I don't know. He seems to like me a little bit. He likes that I have the Mask of Clavicus Vile. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe with the mask on, he doesn't notice that I'm not a vampire. He thinks everybody in our party are vampires, and we're just visiting him. I'm going to say that that's what it is. I'm convincing you with my own Mask of Clavicus Vile right now. You don't even know it. We visited the Greyholm Citadel, and here we should be able to buy some supplies. Although they probably would just sell you like body parts or something. Whoop, silly me, that's crazy. Treasure hunt, I'm not fooling falling for that again. We could probably come all the way to here. We'll do that. Because then we'll get like a contract or two, we'll earn enough money, and then we'll head into Red Mountain. I think that makes the most sense. So let's head out. Wouldn't my patron be Clavicus Vile? Has it not been selected the whole time? All right, our pavilion is done. Beautiful. And now we can create a second man-at-arms, and I think because we're heading into Red Mountain, we're going to finally build those Dwemer Centurions, which if you don't know what a Centurion is, a behemoth of steam, magic, and metal, the Centurion is an unflinching death machine. Armed with a maul and an axe, it can shrug off most ranged damage and unleash hell in close quarters. I think that would be perfect for getting into Red Mountain, in case we needed to, like, I don't know, destroy something. Who knows? This guy wants me to ambush Lord Harkin. I will pretend. Nice, got money from that. I have a hook on Lord Harkin, but I can't ask him for anything because I'm too far. I'm not surprised. I'm not sure why it came up all the way over here, but we'll head right here. Right at the base of Red Mountain, now that I've landed, and then we'll prepare for our final incursion inward. And they worship the sixth house, so I'm assuming this is where I would find it. I feel like that's the most appropriate. And I'm no longer a sinner. I'm now dutiful. I'm a dutiful follower of Clavicus Vile, and there's an escort emissary. Wow, you love to see these things come together, don't you? Just in the final moments. I love it. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. I'm gonna prophesize the shit out of some locals. I'm just gonna convert you people. We'll see what happens. It's dangerous anyway, I don't care. I'm converting people like crazy, prophesizing. I would not worship Clavicus Vile for anything, but, get some money. And I can use that money to refill my men-at-arms, probably. How much would it cost to refill? You can't do it like that. Probably buy provisions here, right? I need 27 gold to fill that up. Although I can still refill it. So I'll have 200 Dwemer Spheres and 100 Dwemer Centurions. Now, if you actually had 100 Dwemer Centurions, I don't think you would lose a war. These things would be unbelievably strong. But we're going to head into the volcanic ash mountains. And we're going to enter the final stages of this. With the 3 keys, we are going to see what lurks at the bottom of Red Mountain and hopefully put a stop to it.
We have finally arrived in Red Mountain after years of travel and search, and it is indeed a foreboding place. I feel a great evil here, yet I cannot explain why. These ruins, they seem touched by something else. I will take the keys inside. With my spheres and centurions, I will be safe, and there, hopefully, we will put a stop to this. The door is exactly as he described, but there's something else. A sound, beating like a drum, but no. A heart? By all that is true, the heart of Lorcan. So this is what you are up to. I will bury this place under a pile of mountain and rock. None will ever find it. None will ever do what Kagrenac did. I must write to Divith. I must tell him of my success. He will be pleased to know that we have ended the horrors here. That whatever dark vision he saw will not come to pass. The heart of Lorcan is safe. Nothing will awaken here. We are safe.
What a fool you are. I'm a god. How can you kill a god?